Okay, hello, this is Delane and welcome to my AMD Phenom X6 unboxing video. Okay, right. We have the maximum control AMD Phenom 2 X6 1090T hex-core processor. It's a black edition, of course, so I think the multipliers unlocked. This one doesn't have the cores unlocked like the 1100T, I believe, but it's still got the turbo core. Pretty good processor. Of course, the dog's barking in the background is very good. Anyway, on the back, pretty straightforward. You're not gonna be able to see that, I don't think. This is the retail edition, of course, and I don't think you're gonna be able to read that because the camera's not that good. No, the focus ain't good. All it says on the back, of course, you know what this is. This box includes an AMD processor, installation instructions, and limited warranty information. For more information about the processor, please visit amd.com/pib. Nice looking box, considering it's a processor. That's probably the selling feature, it's a nice box. Let's zoom that back out a bit. Right. So, let's get this open. I don't like doing these I like being tidy with my cuts. Keep the box for later. Plus, if you have to return it, of course, it keeps it clean. So that opens up. We've got an instruction manual. What's going on in the case? My AMD Phenom sticker. Pretty big manual. Installation procedure. Okay, it gives you installation instructions for all the different chips, which is not really at the same. This must be just a standard manual. Yeah, it's not made exclusively for it. It's got all your sockets. It's got the 754, 939, 940 chips installation. So they just do one straightforward manual, so as it cuts costs rather than making a separate book. Then here we go. That's the Phenom. The only thing that makes me wonder is why it's got little marks on it. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't think it's important. That comes sealed in there. Please note, whenever handling components, please make sure you're earthed. But that's the back of the chip. I'll hold it very carefully. That's the back of your chip. Your little indents here, here, and in the bottom corner there, where my finger is at the moment. Yeah. So that goes in there, and that's nicely cushioned. So that's safe. It's got a good bit of weight to it, considering it's a 45nm chip. Right, I will, and it does, of course, because it's the retail edition, come with a cooling fan. Now, of course, if you've watched my introduction to the series, you'll know that I'm not going to be using this, but in case you are the kind of person who isn't going to overclock and you're happy enough just to have the power of the processor and aren't too concerned about overclocking, the stock will be good for you. Okay, I've opened this upside down. I'm a noob. Right. So, hardly any weight to it. You got your standard paste on there. Pretty basic looking fan. I mean, I like my case to look good, so that would be boring. But like I say, if you're not into overclocking, you're not really bothered about pushing it a bit further or getting the best out of it, then you don't really need that, because you're not going to. They supposedly are very good processors. So that's about all there is to that. So that's pretty much well packed in. It all feels together. It doesn't seem like it's being knocked about, especially in packaging, shipping. But it's really well made. The box is really well made. It's very tightly packed, so it doesn't. I mean, you can hear it now because I've took it out, but that wasn't. If you shake that, you wouldn't hear anything because it's very tightly packed. So that's the AMD Phenom X2 processor. So in the next video we will go on to the Salmon Cooler.